today we are starting another very interesting service business. This is in the education consulting and training, the study abroad business. And with me are Sumit Rai and Abhishek Gupta. I'll ask both these founders in terms of what their expectation from this workshop with Sparkleminds is, and what are they looking forward to. Over to you.
Right. Thank you, Amit. It's wonderful to speak to you this afternoon in this workshop. The whole objective which we want to achieve from this workshop is to get our business model ready, which we can then take out to our partners to start executing the business. We have some of the fundamental resources and knowledge which are in place to now roll out, let us say, different branches in different cities. We could have done this directly, but we thought that it's better to approach a professional company who've been doing this business of multiplying different brands in different locations, so that some of those knowledge which are missing in this business could be obtained and could be achieved as a part of taking a professional service to franchise our brands. And that's the objective which we are looking from this workshop, to get a business model in place so that the similar could be taken up with our different partners who are eagerly waiting for us to deliver them the concept.
Sure.
Abhishek, maybe you would like to add?
Yeah. Sumit, I think Sumit has pretty much covered largely. See, the point is that engaging with the professional service providers like yourselves is basically to bank on your experiences, right? And see and leverage the value that you can bring in. See, the whole point of professional service ideally is that we don't end up making mistakes that you probably have made in the past and have learned from them. Right? So that's the whole thing. So I think at the end of the workshop, ideally we would, like as you said, have a model ready and hopefully get answers to all of our questions. We have a vision. So that we can see. At this point we have the goal in mind. At the end of the workshop, ideally we should know the pathway towards the goal. So that's the thing that we are looking at.
Perfect. So we've done hundreds of mistakes, thousands of mistakes. I can tell you that for sure. And the last 25 years has been about mistakes. And we've been learning from that. And that's what we've been, trying to help our clients understand, that don't do these mistakes. Just follow these things. And, the success will come to us faster than what we anticipate. And of course, it's about, limiting our mistakes. It's not that we're not going to do some mistakes along the way. Franchising is tricky. Franchising has its own challenges, and every company has its own roadmap. Every company goes through a certain phase of growth and certain phase of ensuring that the franchises become successful. So we learn from those mistakes. I'll try my best to give you all the inputs that you'll need to be able to, do this correctly, minimize those mistakes, and take, very, very clear steps towards success. We'll get to that journey together. I'm going to come back to you at the end of this workshop. I'm surely looking forward to a lot of questions from y'all. I'm sure y'all have your own set of questions ready. Y'all have your own thoughts ready, and I'll be more than happy to give you all the answers that y'all need. So we'll come back again and take this from there. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi. We've just completed this workshop for a very, very interesting business, which is the European gateway to most students looking at an opportunity of getting to Europe. With me are Abhishek Gupta and Sumit Rai, founders of this wonderful company. I'll ask them as what is their feedback of this workshop and what has been their key takeaways and anything specific that they would like to highlight from the day's activity. Over to you.
See, I think for me personally, I think this has been excellent 2 hours, little bit of 2.5 hours spent. very productive. We had a super engaging discussion, and I think probably ended up asking more questions than I had in my mind initially. And credit goes to you in a way that because of the kind of different perspectives you brought into the discussion, and there are already certain things that you've given us, which will make us think and maybe potentially improvise on the initial thought that we had. For example, the reporting lines, the revenue model, all of that, right? So I think overall, it was these are really productive 2.5 hours. I'm very happy with the outcome of the discussion today. And I think this is really excited in a way, also seeing that this idea of franchising our business sort of taking the shape. It's not yet done, but it has definitely started to take the right kind of a shape. So thank you very much, Amit, for bringing in all your experience, all your guidance into the discussion, and also thank you for being so open and hearing out all of our thoughts and ideas, which really allowed us to open up completely and share with you each and every minute details. So really appreciate all that.
Yes. Over to you, Sumit.
Right. I think the most important learning from this 3 hours or workshop was to kind of getting a corroboration on our thought process and getting it fine-tuned by an expert like you. So this did put us in these 3 hours on a platform which says that you are on a right track. What you have thought through or possibly has been confirmed by an industry expert that this is the right approach and this is kind of doable. I think that has been the biggest confirmation for me in these 3 hours that our thoughts are aligned. We are on a direction to build this business into a franchising model. And with all your team support and expertise, we see that we definitely can make this model successful if we execute it right. And we definitely look forward to you, Amit, and to your team to continue to guide us in those further approaches we need to take, before we sign up our first franchise.
Yes. Does the homework look a little more daunting? Does the setting of things now look that much more difficult, that much more easier?
I believe there were two things, and Abhishek will talk about it. But for me personally, when I look at the question and I started to fill in, I said, what the heck? Why so much, so lengthy? But I said, okay, I need to do this because this is my task. And I sat one night and kept doing it. And until page 23 or 22, I almost gave up and I texted Abhishek. I said, you know what? This is too much. Why don't you take care of the next of the part? He got crazy. Why we have to fill this form? Why? Isn't that these guys supposed to fill the form and they just ask question and write it down? I said, maybe they follow a different model, but that's what it is. But then we kind of took a leap of faith the other day. We filled it, we did the calculations and all, we sent it over, and there you are. And now when you ask a question that wasn't too daunting, now when I see to it, possibly we were able to answer most of the things the way we think our franchisee should look like, rather than you telling us that this is how your franchisee should look like.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest learning from this questionnaire, what I personally got.
Yes.
And I think just to add on to what Sumit said, so clearly that's really more about all the work we've done so far. To your other part of your question, moving forward, setting it up, I don't think it looks easy. But now there is this comfort that one, we're moving in the right direction, and two, we have the required support and guidance with us. So that support and guidance is crucial, because that sort of, no matter how difficult it is, and I know it will sound easy, but still it's going to be a big step forward for us.
Yeah.
But the support and guidance will ensure that we don't fall off the track, we don't deviate from the track, and there is somebody who is there to balance us out. So that is a big comfort that is going to be a big takeaway for me from the session today.
Yes. I'm going to be there with you all the way. I'm really rooting for this team to make EUGateway and UNation a very, very successful franchise brand in this industry. And I'm hoping with your experience, skill, background, we should make this big. And the opportunity that India has, kind of students who are going to go abroad, the kind of skilling that is required. I think there's tremendous opportunity out there, which we will go and tap. So I'm hoping we'll do a good job there and get this brand right up there in one of the most successful franchise brands in this particular industry. You are fighting some big brands. There is big capital riding on this particular segment as well. So we'll create the differentiator. We'll see what best we can do and add value there.
I think, Amit, you will end up, on a lighter note, I'm saying this, you will end up making us, change the name of Unite to UNation.
I'm going to tell you.
The new nation somehow has got registered with you.
It got registered. It is Unite. My apologies. Yeah. But Unite, I've always been talking about one additional brand. I don't know what that is going to come up, so we never know what's happening. Anyway, great talking to you all. We'll take this forward from here. I'm excited, and I'm sure this is the beginning of the journey. Thank you so much.
All right, our pleasure. Thank you so much, Amit. And we will then take it from here to the next discussion we need to have.